Okay, students, welcome back to lesson 2 on Introduction to Microsoft Word. So we did so many other things, so I would like to remove all this that we did in the last lesson, as well as remove our header right there. Okay, as well as go back and okay, so I think that should be okay. Okay, so we ended up to insert. Okay, we've said a few about insert. So this is basically where you can insert date and time as well to your document. And this is where you can insert a signature line if you need one. And this is where you find different equation tools that you can possibly use and as well and so on. All right. This is where you find different symbols that you can also use in Microsoft Word. So if I click there, all right, you can find different symbols there that you can also use in Microsoft Words. To see more, you just click on more and you'll find many other symbols right there. Okay, so then we have design. Design, this is where you find different document formatting on how you want your document to look like. This is where you find colors, fonts, as well as watermark for putting a watermark on your document. This is to give your color a page, and this is for your borders to put a border design on your page. So we will actually do that as we go on. Then we have page layout. This is when you also want to change your page to landscape. If you say landscape, this is how it will look like. This is landscape, and if you change it back to portrait, it will look like this. This is your portrait. And this is also where you can find, if you want to have a document that have 3 columns, this is where you select a column. 2 columns, this is where you select a column. If you want more columns, you just come here and then you edit. This is for margins. This is for line numbers if you want line numbers and all that. Okay, we have references as well. This is where you can create your table of content, which I'll also show you as we go ahead. And what else is it for you? What else are you supposed to know here? This is for mailing. If you want to email a document directly from here via to your email or to somebody else. This is for reviewing, mainly to add new comments to documents, to track changes, to accept changes, and so on. Then we have view. This is just for you to view a print layout of your document, to see if, like right now here, if you look on my document, I do not have a ruler, and if I want to bring it, I'll just check a ruler and it will appear. So this is the ruler that you always see on your document. Sometimes if you don't see it, you just come to view and then you check a ruler. If you don't want to see it, you just uncheck ruler, it will disappear. However, it's always good if you have it there. Okay, so having said that, guys, we are going to continue now with our practical session. So we actually looked on the design part, okay, where this is the design. The template or the design in which you want your document to be created can be selected under the design tab, choosing the appropriate tab for the appearance of your document. Page layout comes options like margins, orientations, columns, just what we have explained. And then we have references. This is the most useful for those who are creating a thesis or writing a book, of course. And then we have review. That's just to check your spell check, grammars, word count, and so on. And apart from the above mentioned features, the page can be set in different views layout, which can be added and optimized using the view of the Word document, and so on. Now let's start with our practical session for this lesson. So firstly, we have the minimize. This is how you minimize your document. If you click there, it will minimize. And then here is to restore down. And then we have closing. If you want to close it, that's where you go. So if I restore it right now, I can maximize it. So restore and maximize, they are on the same space. Okay, if I maximize it, I'll have the restore. If I restore it, I'll have the maximize option. Okay, and how to close it, you just come to the X and you close it. All right, then we have our different scroll bars. We have this is one of our scroll bar right here. All right, one is horizontal, guys. One is horizontal and one is vertical. Should be below down there. Okay. And then how to put random words in your document. You just have to type in equal sign and then you type in rand and then you put in an open bracket, close bracket, and then you hit enter. Once you do that, you have random text pop by. I'll repeat that. I'll just go to undo and undo again. How do you put random words in your document? So you go to equal sign, you type in rand, open brackets, close it, press enter. There you have it. Now let's try. Right now, if you look at this document, it looks absolutely bad. You see, your words are not justified or your paragraph is not justified. This looks very untidy. So what we are going to do is we will actually want you to justify these paragraphs. So you highlight it and then you come to paragraph and then you select justify. Anyways, let's highlight two paragraphs first and see the difference. If you click on justify, this is how it will look like. Look at the difference between these two paragraphs and these three paragraphs. This one looks much more better than this one, right? This one looks untidy and this one looks very tidy. So if you want to do the same as well, you just highlight and then you justify. There you have it. All right. So by default, you have all these 5 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. Okay. What if you want to print out this document? You go to File and then you go to Print. You click Print. Okay. This site here shows how your document will come out like. Here you put the number of copies. Guys, you can only print this if your computer is connected to the printer, okay? And if you have many computers in the office and you want to see which printer you want to print on, you can always come here and search settings. There's also other settings here. If you want to print all the pages, you select print all pages. If you want to print out a specific page, you come to print current page. And current page is to print the page that you're seeing now. Custom print is when you want to print out a specific page. All right. It's just to change the size, whether you want A4, A3, and so on. Okay, so that's how you print. How to save the document on your desktop. You go to File, and then you go, there's two saves. There's one save. This save here, you just click on it if your document was already saved before. But if it's a new document that you're working on, never saved before, you come to Save As. And once you go to Save As, you have to go to Computer. And once you go to Computer, then you look for Desktop. Once you get Desktop, and then you basically just save it there. Okay, how to make copies of data. So how do you copy data? So let me say if I want the same paragraph below, obviously you need to highlight it, copy, get there, and then paste it. That's how you basically make you copy your data. And to transfer data, you highlight, right click, come here, right click, and then you paste. Okay. By the way, we have two types of pasting. So if I copy this again, let me say we have 3 types of pasting. Right click. We have the first one. This one is to keep source formatting, meaning that whatever format the words or the paragraph you copy, obviously it comes with their own format. If you want to keep the source formatting, you click on this one. If you wanted to match the formatting that is currently on the document, you select this one. If you want to keep only text to be a normal one, you just click on text. However, I want to match, so click on that one. Okay, size. We already spoke about size, how to increase size of this document. Like, let me say of this paragraph, right click on it, come here and size. Color of the words, you already know. You come here, there, okay, and all that. Spacing of the paragraphs or of the sentence. You right click, and then you come here, line and paragraph spacing. Click on there. If they say your line spacing should be 1.5, you click here. You see how it's changing, the line spacing. If I go to 2.5, you see how it has changed. However, if I want 1.5, this is how it will look like. Okay, let's just reduce the size of this first paragraph to 12. Let's change the line spacing of the third paragraph. Come there to 2.5. This is how it will look like. This one, let's change it 1.5. There we have it. Okay, so there we have it. So what we have here again, alignment we did, bullets. All right, so we have what we call indented. Let me say this is the paragraph that we have here, and you are being asked to decrease the indent. All right, this is what will happen if you try to decrease it. However, it will not because it's in the right position. But to increase it, you see how it will go. This is decreasing your indent, and then to decrease it, to go back to its normal format. That's how it looks like. So that's the indent, the decrease, the increase indent, the decrease indent, and the increase indent. Okay, so what else we have here? Formatting paragraph, alignment we did, line spacing we did, bullets we did, page layout, we did orientation, size, columns. So let's say we want to change this document in 3 columns. You highlight. Once you highlight, you go to page layout. You go to page layout, columns, and then you select 3 columns. You see, to change your document into 3 columns. There you have it. Okay, to undo that, you just undo. And then what we have here, watermark. How do you put a watermark on this document? How do you apply a watermark on this document? Okay. All right, so you go to, remember where we went last time, design. You go to watermark. If you click on there, you can select any watermark you want. If it's confidential, you click on it. You'll see that the document will have confidential. You see that? Okay. What if I ask you to put a different watermark, which is PIS? You go to watermark, then you click on custom watermark, and then you go to text watermark refine here, and here where it's written confidential, you erase and you put PIS. If you want to change the color, you can also change it here. If you want it to be red, you select red. If you want the layout to be diagonal, you select diagonal. If it's horizontal, you select horizontal. And then you apply. And then you close. You see now you have PIS as your watermark. Okay. Header and footer we did, and page number. Now let's look at job cap. All right. So we have themes right here. Okay. Not review, not mailings, not references, not page layout. Okay, you go to insert. To job cap, you have to go to insert, and then you come here to text. It's your job cap. Select there and dropped. You have dropped the whole term themes. You see that? If I only want to drop S, I highlight S, and then I drop cap S. You see that? If I want to select R and E, I come here and drop. You see R and E is dropped. Okay, you see that? That's how you drop cap. All right, so having said that, we will continue again in our next lesson. And I wish you guys all the best. So in the next lesson, we'll be designing tables, forms, and many others. So having said that, have a lovely day.